Hello there! Welcome to Tubi Tuesdays. I'm Scotty. You're not. As you can see, we are in a bad room because, let me turn this a bit. That's a little off. Because Big LT has a stronghold on my kitchen table, and I need to get this review recorded. So, bedroom it is. Spider-Man's finger is there, and the Avengers are there. Pennywise, and I'm on a bed that is almost completely red except for this turtle blanket here. Yes, I'm a 36-year-old man that has a Ninja Turtles blanket. Shit it! But we are today talking about Dog Soldiers from 2002, I think, ish. Directed by Neil Marshall, who also gave us The Descent, which is a fantastic horror film. Very good at showing us the making you feel, because it's about going in caves, so it's that sort of suffocation type thing. This is a movie about werewolves, if you didn't figure that out, and it's a platoon of British soldiers who are sent to the Scottish countryside, and what they think is routine exercise, but it turns out there's something more going on here. The opening to this film, like, this movie started, and I was a little iffy on it because it's these two, this couple that are. This couple that is hold on a minute. I'm gonna keep trying to do this. It starts with this couple who are sleeping together in the Scottish countryside, and they are attacked, and it's very quick. And the reason I have a problem with it is that it introduced this silver blade that doesn't come back into the film until the end. And it comes back in a way that's just, oh, look, he found it and I was going to stab the werewolf with it. Like, there's really no context for it. I thought one of them, like, when they meet the woman, I thought, oh, she must be the female. No, wait, she was torn apart. Who? Then how? Because I'm thinking that's gonna come back in. They show it so early on in the film. I'm thinking, okay, and I'm like, well, clearly one of those people have to have survived to have that, but no, it's just used later, and it just so happened to the werewolves just so happened to bring it to their house later. Everything else, though, this is pretty good. You also have something else that I thought was going to come back in another way. But you have this Captain Ryan, who is training this Private Cooper in this exercise. And he tells Cooper to shoot the dog for no reason, really, other than to show that he's a cruel person. And Cooper refuses to do it, so Ryan shoots him. And I thought, and then later, a dog shows up. I'm like, oh, okay, this is it. This is the only thing that's going to be revealed later. The dog was secretly a werewolf. Nope. And I'm like, okay. Then what was the point? There's really no point to the scene where he shoots the dog other than to show that he's an asshole. And I get it. Dog may be an allegory for werewolf, but wolves and dogs are different in species, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, I don't know. There's just a couple things that kind of bug me, but yeah. And the creature effects in this are decent. The werewolf suits are nothing really to write home about, but I think they work if you look at them for too long. I think that's why there's a whole bunch of movement with them. And there are scenes later where they're on screen for too long, and you kind of get that sense that they are suits. But they're all right. the twist with the woman that they find being a werewolf, is a little bit of a meh twist. Like, I saw it coming. I'm sitting there going, there's something with her. Like, she knows who Ryan is, and she has a connection to these people. And as soon as we find out that these people are the werewolves, it's like, okay, which is something I kind of got onto myself anyway. Where it was like, okay, what the people that belong in the house? They're probably either dead or they're the werewolves. And as they don't find any more bodies, then obviously they're the werewolves. Also, with the Sarge, Wells, played by Sean Pertwee, how do you pronounce his name? He's bitten. Him living as long as he does in this movie makes no sense to me. Trying to play it up like, oh, he's been attacked by a werewolf, so he's going to be turned into a werewolf. And I always play it loose with the rules of werewolves, where it's like, oh, you have to be bit. Oh, you can be bit and scratched. And this is the latter for this movie. But he has his guts and entrails hanging out of him as they carry him from where the attack was to this house. And I'm just like, no, he would be dead. There's no way. And they put him back together with super glue. I don't know. And then they make the excuse that he's healing because he's turning into a werewolf. Okay, this wasn't a scratch or a bite. This was getting gutted and your entrails spilling out of your body. That makes no sense to me. To be honest, it just, doesn't make much sense. I do like the actors in this. I forget, what's his name? He played, I know him as, what's his name? The water god from from Poseidon, from Percy Jackson. Poseidon. He played Poseidon in Percy Jackson in Olympians, the first one. That's what I know him as. He's good in this, as Coop, whatever. There's also a character named Spoon. I don't know. The movie is mostly in this farmhouse, which I get because it's, the farmhouse, it's probably they had a budget, so it's a secluded farmhouse. It's, fighting off werewolves. And it works for the set of the film. I just wish, in a movie called Dog Soldiers, there was more, like, the most soldiering we get is at the start where they come in, there's an attack, and one of them, Bruce gets killed, and everything, and then just, hold on a minute. I thought I heard someone knocking. Ain't no one knocking. I don't know what the hell was going on. So anyway, what was I? Yeah, there's that ambush towards the beginning where they start their exercise. There's a cool action sequence, and then we're just in this farmhouse for the rest of the movie, which works. I'm not knocking it. Pretty cool. It's a decent setting. It works, but there is a lot of they shoot them at budget. I get it, but they're just shooting. And for me, like, once I found out there were werewolves, it'd be like, they do say, fuck the lore or whatever, but it's like, you're wasting your ammo. And they're like, oh, if we use it, we can kind of, gradually lose our ammo. But you are losing a battle here. You are fighting a losing battle. You are using weapons against werewolves that aren't going to work. The gore in this is pretty good. Like I said, you see the entrails coming out of him and everything. And like I said, the fact that Wells lives as long as he does is kind of iffy to me. But that ding is really loud. It goes through the frickin' door. But yeah, I think it works. The gore works. Then take a nap. But yeah, I'm losing my But I do think it works for what they're doing. The setting, the gore, the budget, the suits, everything. It works for what they are giving to us, what they're showing to us. I think if they tried to go any more with it, like, for instance, when Ryan transforms, you don't see it. And I think it works. Neil Marshall himself said he didn't want to depend on a CGI transformation, which after seeing Bad Moon, I get it. And even American Werewolf in Paris, I get it. Encouraged, I get it. I do. So I get why we don't see transformation. And to be honest, I'm fine with it. The transformation we see, sort of like I like, what do you call it? What goes in your eyes? Contacts and like fake teeth stuff. The twist where it's revealed that the girl is the werewolf is just kind of, like I said, it's meh earlier, but she transforms and she doesn't even fully transform. She gets shot in the head and that kills her. Okay, and then in the end, Wells, Berkeley's character, sacrifices himself, blows the thing up. They blow up this barn, but the werewolves not in there. And then she's like, I let them in. I unlocked the door. And I'm like, how the hell did these, like, 7-foot werewolves sneak into the house? You gotta dismiss that, I guess. But then you have the final battle between Ryan and Cooper, which makes sense. It makes a lot of sense because that's the whole problem. But just like, okay, it's over. He's out, and then Ryan attacks him. He's got the sword still in him, and he finds that silver thing and stabs Ryan with it, and then blows his brains out. And it's like, wait, you were shooting him with bullets the entire fucking movie, and now just because you want to end the movie, you know. I do like the little gag at the end where he took the pictures and tried to sell it to a newspaper that he was attacked, his platoon was attacked, and they put it in like a tabloid where it's like he's a kook, you know, they don't believe him. Even though with photographic evidence, you think it would be a little more, you know, he's got photographic evidence. How is it not believable? I mean, you can just say, oh, those people in suits now, other than that. And there's a whole gag at the beginning of the football game, soccer to us Americans. And to those who say that soccer is real football, burn in hell. American football is the only football, I'm telling you. Anyway, go Cowboys. Anyway, yeah, I kind of like that little twist at the end where it's like he tried to tell people what happened. They didn't believe him, but with photographic evidence, you need to be some kind of thing. I mean, they could say, oh, it's people in a suit, but come on. Their whole platoon is dead. The whole platoon is dead, and you have pictures, photographic evidence of werewolves. Yet, nah, that's not what happened. Well, no, I like it better than, oh, he was the only survivor and he got tried and convicted for murder, even though there's no way he would commit those murders. Just, you know, I like it. One more thing, a little thing that could, what was the point of having Wells turning into a werewolf if he was just going to blow himself up? I get it was a self-sacrifice. He didn't want to become a monster. But why is it in this movie that if you become a werewolf, you're automatically evil? I've seen it in many other things that if you get bit by a werewolf. So that's one of the problems that I had with Big Wolf on Campus, is that Tommy was the only one who was ever a good werewolf. To an extent, Gil, but I don't think he was ever actually a werewolf. Was it Gil or did his name? I forget his name again. Anyway, why, like, he becomes a werewolf, but he was inherently, look at it. That's vampires, but like Chris in the second Lost Boys movie, he turned to a werewolf. He was inherently evil, not really. He was trying to help his sister, but I guess he wasn't fully transformed yet, I guess, but who knows. why does it have to be, oh, he's turning to werewolf, so he's gonna be evil and he's worried about it? Like, he could, what they could have done, and understand budget and suits and stuff, is that he could be the werewolf on the good people's side, helping them take down the other werewolves. That would be cool. Again, though, budget. Probably not going to happen. That'd be cool. As it is, I did like this movie. I'm going to give it a pretty good. As, my little nitpicks. There are nitpicks. I did enjoy this movie. There was good action, good acting. I always love a good British movie where they swear like British people, because I love the British language and how they swear. Sod off! Piss off! The whole thing. Just, I love that. And so I did enjoy this movie. It's one of those, much like Bad Moon. I think I want to buy this movie eventually. Be with my horror collection. Tubi has done that for me, where I've watched a bunch. I got Reanimator, Society, From Beyond, the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies. I know these are the 3 sequels that no one likes, although I like 4 and 5 just fine. But, if it wasn't for Tubi, I probably wouldn't have found those movies. Well, I could have, but I'd have to outsource and buy them. Whereas I can watch them on Tubi first, and if I like them, then I buy them. And Screen Factory has a nice looking Dog Soldiers Blu-ray I might want to get my hands on in the future. But, yeah, so what are your thoughts on Dog Soldiers? In the comments, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one, which hopefully I'll most likely be back at the table, because I'm not going to do another one till after he leaves. So, yeah.